we are back with another review, and today we got a special little treat, a nice little mix-up week. We've been doing these kind of mashups, if you would, pop mashups. And today I'm doing two pops from Pop Television, but one's actually not from Pop Television. You'll see in a second. But they're definitely from different fandoms. We're going to check them both out today here on the channel. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review. And today we're going to be checking out Pop Television, The Tick. And we're also going to be checking out Pop Sesame Street, Bert Flocked. So straight out the gate, this Tick, we'll start with the Tick first. Let's pop him out of his pop shield, and we'll talk about this one a little bit. This one right here is the new reimagining of the Tick, and this one is, here's the new logo right there. I should show you on the back, it's a little bigger. There's the new logo of the Tick. Now again, this is not the classic Tick that you're used to. The classic Tick from the 90s was a little bit different than this, and we'll talk about that in a second. Again, 2017 pop. This is going to be, I guess, a modern version, if you would, of the Tick. And let's see what I'm talking about here. So yank him out the box, and let's see what we got here. So this is going to be a modern version of the Tick, as you can see. Now there's two versions of this particular pop. There's going to be this Tick, and then there's a glow-in-the-dark Tick, which is, I believe, the only two that they did from this particular wave. But neither here nor there. This is the suit right here. It almost, I personally, I think it's a downgrade in regards to the suit. I think the only thing that they nailed spot on is the Tick's antennae with the one floppy one and the way that they're stylized. Everything else is just modernized weird. Like these riblets back here and like the spine, the notches on the back for the spine, and these like butt flaps. You know what I mean? It's just like they added all these like modules to the suit and made it just kind of look really modern, I guess you could say. And then there's like these lines all over the helmet here. I think the classic Tick suit actually was a lot better than this. I mean, straight out the gate, I don't think, right off the top of my head, I don't think that there is a classic Tick Funko Pop. I think this is the only Tick one that I've seen out there, this one and the glow one, that they have for the Tick, which is the only reason why I have this in my collection. But I would like to see some classic Tick action in regards to Funko Pops with these non-modular bodies. I know it's going to be an extremely plain pop, but it would actually, you know, probably appeal to the original fandom of the Tick. So in regards to like the simplicity of this pop, I'd say it has, I mean, the only thing that's painted on here is the eyes and the mouth. I mean, that's really it. And he's got the same staunch stance that almost every Funko Pop used to have, no matter what fandom they were in. So no character stylized pose there at all. He does have some, like, I don't know, some kind of like giblets of glue or something on his gauntlets and arm there, which is a little weird. But yeah, that is a little weird. I don't know what that is. Well, I don't know why there'd even be glue, because the only thing that was glued on was the arm, but there shouldn't be any down here. Yeah, it's not. I guess I'm not too much of a fan of the new rendition. It would have been nice to see them pay homage to like the original The Tick. He stands up really well. Again, not a bobblehead, because he's, you know, Pop Television. But again, I want you to let me know down in the comments below what you think of the Tick right there. If you used to watch the Tick in the 90s, and what you think of the new version of the Tick. This is Bert from Bert and Ernie, Sesame Street, I guess if you want to call it that. And this one is a win from Big Dog Dave, or a win. It is a win, because out of the mystery boxes, this is actually one I wanted to keep in my collection. So yes, it was a win. But it was a mystery box run that he put together, and I ended up picking up one of his boxes, and this was the pop that I ended up getting. So yeah, it actually is a win, because it was one, like I said, it's going to stay in my collection. Super Grover is pretty cool. This is the wave right here that we got on the back. Super Grover, Cookie Monster, Oscar the Grouch, Ernie, and Bert. I think they made flocked versions of all these. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments below. But at one point in time, I did have flocked Ernie, and I ended up getting that from $7 a pop, and I ended up flipping it because I didn't want to collect the Sesame Street wave. But now that Bert's back in the collection again, and I think he's going to be going up in price, especially the flocked one. So I think we're going to hang on to him for at least a little bit. But this is going to be flocked Bert from Sesame Street number 4, and this is a 2015 pop, and that's the original price that Barnes & Noble used to charge for their exclusives. They're now like $14.99 for one of their stickered exclusives when they originally dropped. Insane. And that was, what, 5 years ago? That's a hefty markup in a few years. So we got Bert right here with his classic garb on. He's got his bowler type shoes on there. He's got his green pants. He's got his little vest on, his sweater vest, and the hands are flocked, which is neat. He also has his sweater, his turtleneck sweater on, but the hands almost didn't get enough flocking now that I'm looking at it. If you look at that hand, the hand almost just didn't get enough flocking on that one. But they did a pretty good job on this one. This being such an older pop, the flocking wasn't as great back in the day. As you can see, sometimes they'll get in the mouth there. On the roof of the mouth, you could see some yellow flocking. Same thing happened with Ernie, because Ernie had the same, very similar mouth to Bert. Let me wipe some of the giblets, the flocking giblets, if you would, off of his eyes. Because you get like these frosting giblets, if you would, when the pops originally cast. And then you can see them just kind of wipe off right there, which is really cool that there's actually still some on there, which means he wasn't handled that much. That's really nice. Thanks, Dave. But you got the nice orange nose from Bert. You got the unibrow, the black unibrow. And like I said, the mouth, you could tell the mouth has different color paints in there. Pink tongue, red mouth. You got the yellow lip line. But they did flock the mouth too, which is, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of cool, actually. You can still see the color, so I'm not really complaining about that. The flocking on the back of the head looks really nice. Got the hairline looks a little... Well, the hairline looks pretty good, actually. You got a little bit on the hair there, but other than that, when we look at Funko Pops from back in the day, I like to look at the different ways that they did their technology on their older Pops, because it allows me to see how far they've come and where they started from. And this is something that they did a really good job on this. I really like the flock Pops. I'd have to say, I mean, the glow-in-the-dark is a really neat effect to have. I don't actually utilize the glow-in-the-dark, you know, effect, I guess, as much as I probably should, but I really tend to like the flocked Pops a lot. I think they're probably going to be my favorite type of pop, or exclusive type of pop, over like chromes, metallics, maybe even over the glow in the dark. So it would probably be flocking, I would say. Blacklight one would be kind of neat, but I say blacklight would probably be up there with the flocking, but flocking is probably my favorite because it applies to a lot of characters, and it really makes them true to form when they're flocked. I mean, flocked Smokey the Bear was like on a whole nother level. It brought that pop to a whole nother level. So seeing something like that out in my collection is, you know, it kind of reaffirms the fact that the flocked pops are probably going to be my favorite type of exclusive. Plus, I imagine it's fairly difficult to do the flocking. The diamond one's probably difficult as well. The flocking is got to be a process that's very difficult to achieve, it to be even and get everything lined up properly. But that's neither here nor there. Why don't you let me know down in the comments below what you think of the tick. Do you like the classic 90s tick? Do you like the new version of the tick? What do you think of flocked Bert? What do you think of the old classic flocking techniques that they used to do? And do you have the Sesame Street Pops in your collection? Let me know down in the comments below which one of these is your favorite. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up for more content like this. Subscribe for more, because I do reviews every single day. So look out for that, and have a great rest of your day.